I'd like to update the American people on the international effort that we have led in Libya, what we've done, what we plan to do, and why this matters to us.
Внутренние противоречия, которые перешли в вооруженный конфликт. Почему нужно со стороны вмешиваться в этот вооруженный конфликт? А что, мало разве у нас кривых всяких режимов в мире? Мы что, везде будем вмешиваться во внутренний конфликт? Говорят, нет, мы не хотим его уничтожать. А зачем по дворцам бить? Наверняка при этих ударах гибнут люди. Каддафи нет, он уже давно смылся где-то, сидит в убежище. А мирные граждане гибнут. Говорили, не хотим убить Каддафи. Теперь некоторые официальные лица уже говорят, да, стремимся уничтожить Каддафи. А кто позволил это сделать? Что, разве был суд? Кто взял на себя это право казнить человека, какой бы он ни был? И все молчат. Ливия, между прочим, по запасам нефти занимает первое место в Африке, а по запасам газа 4-е место в Африке. Сразу, конечно, напрашивается вопрос, не это ли является основным предметом интереса тех, кто там сегодня орудует?
I want to begin by paying tribute to our men and women in uniform, who once again have acted with courage, professionalism, and patriotism. They have moved with incredible speed and strength. Because of them and our dedicated diplomats, a coalition has been forged and countless lives have been saved.
Up there, and we are not. We don't have any military camps here.
Yes.
It's a university.
Yes.
A very decent educational and medical system, the best in Africa, and it scored similarly to Chile and Argentina in the United Nations Human Development Index. Why will not one single American journalist mention this? Why don't they know this? Have they all been picked and selected to be cheerleaders for an imperialist war machine that destabilizes country after country?
Do, and will do, is support the aspirations of the Libyan people.
I'll try to be as brief as I can. When the revolution in 1969 happened, the first thing Gaddafi says that rent is a very, very terrible thing for families. So, and having a house, owning a house, it's a basic human right, and nobody has to pay a rent. My dad never paid a rent. We stayed in our house, our own house, because we have a house, and it's our right as human beings.
Early in 2011, Libya was faced with a chaotic insurrection, partly inspired by the revolts in Tunisia and Egypt, and partly led by Islamic fundamentalists. In March, NATO forces, mainly from France and Britain, began aerial bombardment on the pretext of protecting civilians, but the intervention sided with the rebels and armed them in violation of the UN Charter. With NATO's help, the opposition forces occupied the capital and later carried out the extrajudicial killing of Gaddafi. Since NATO's, quote, humanitarian intervention and the murder of Gaddafi, the country's territory has become a battleground between feuding warlords and Islamic fundamentalist groups, including the Islamic State. Libya no longer has a functioning government, and the gains in public welfare under Gaddafi have been greatly diminished.
After all, the money doesn't belong to Gaddafi or to us. It belongs to the Libyan people, and we'll make sure they receive it.
The crisis as well. There was a six-fold drop in oil production. Our GDP fell by more than half. Once considered one of Africa's richest nations, now almost a third of all Libyans live below the poverty line. The country also remains torn apart by different political factions.
40 years of tyranny has left Libya fractured and without strong civil institutions.
A champion of all African socialists.
Per favore! Per favore! Perché rischiamo veramente di diventare il campo profughi d'Europa. Rischiamo veramente di essere lo zimbello del mondo. Ci stanno ridendo in faccia in tutto il mondo. Vi prego. Primo, blocco navale al largo delle coste della Libia. Secondo, le navi delle organizzazioni non governative che violano i confini italiani, sì, vanno affondate.
Today, multiple militias fight each other with these weapons and continue to receive military supplies from European states, Gulf states, Turkey and Russia. Why do these reports always fail to acknowledge our role in the destabilisation we claim to be so worried about? 2 years ago, Italy was engaged in a proxy war against France and Russia for control of resources in Libya. How can we square that with the notion that we want to promote peace in Libya? How in God's name can we have any credibility?